Time to roll out.
Hello and welcome to another episode of my Let's Play World of Tanks. So I'm not really buying anything new just yet. I'm kind of sitting and waiting because there's supposed to be some sort of special going on next weekend, and the last thing I want to do is buy a tank that goes on special. So that would just not be fun. So I'm actually working on I'm working on two side projects now. One's going to be a new series and one's going to be a special. I look forward to both. The new series should be interesting. It's a different free-to-play off of the Steam marketplace. You guys will see it when I put it out. Don't want to give away the secret of it too early, but it seems kind of fun, kind of interesting. It'll be a weekly sort of a thing. Play it on the weekends and then sprinkle in the episodes as I produce them and get time to host them. Oop, little stuff. Oh, I'm actually lagging a bit. So, we're going to use Wolfpack tactics here against little M5s. So I keep missing. Oh,
One of our
thunder run.
trucks is damaged. Punch
There we go.
right through their armor.
A little bit of slowdown there is hurting.
Enemy is hit.
So earlier, I was playing with my buddies,
That one went right through.
and we were using Wolfpack tactics. One of the better, safer ways to play this game with a platoon. You basically run around with a full platoon of 3 people, all similar tanks, hopefully that are fast, and basically just start circling around an enemy, preventing them from really targeting just one of you. It's a very effective tactic. I hope to be able to demonstrate it if I can get my teammates back on. But it can cause mass confusion for a target, or several targets, as you keep rotating around them, changing up what they can shoot at, and generally causing them frustration having to think of better ways to take you on. I mean, we find it very effective. We wait till about the middle of the game, then we just start swarming people. It really does work out well. Uh-oh, there's a wall there. You try not to run into stuff. The trick is you gotta keep moving, getting close to people, and then just start nailing them left and right, trying to get into the better angles and better shots. They'll be too busy trying to track one person that they don't notice the other guy's sitting there shooting them. Or sometimes they do track one, or try and track the whole group, and that prevents them from really separating onto one target, which then you can use that to your advantage as you trick them into aiming one direction.
Gotcha.
And then pounding them from all different angles, whereas they're stuck trying to face one way and you just keep backing up before you get into that angle. So, I can't really demonstrate this on my own. All I can do is just keep swarming people like I typically do in the Easy 8 here. Just running around, not blank shooting, but you know, close enough where I'm just shooting from the hip as opposed to stopping, aiming, whatnot else. The trick is to kind of come at them out of their line of sight though. Because
We're immobilized.
you want to be able to come at them. I don't know what just hit me. Meat slab is a T1. Okay, not worried about that. So basically you want to be able to come at them at full speed, whereas they're not expecting where you're going to come at, and just rush past where they might be aiming. Use their turret speed to your advantage, as they're going to take their time trying to zoom in on you, or you can just keep circling around them. So the closer you get, the better you are, because you can stop on a dime, reverse as needed, or just keep going around them. So sometimes that trick works, but not all the time. Quite often you're gonna end up getting caught, but with a little practice you actually are bound to do pretty good things with it. I've actually been able to do it quite successfully recently. See, there's that T1 heavy. He probably has me locked in, so I'm gonna keep swerving back and forth. Try and throw off his aim. Try and get into his defilade so he can't hit me. Yeah. Oh. M7. Take care of the M7. Yeah. So I could stop to shoot the M7, but you really don't want to stop. Because if you stop, you become a target. Keeping moving is not as easy to hit you. And plus, I have a very high level crew, so I'm not too worried about getting caught. Uh-oh. Or not too worried about missing. I'm gonna hit the majority of the time.
Our track is hit. It could break any minute. They blew off our track. We're stuck.
Not good.
We're done
Yep.
for. Everyone get
So,
out.
like that, sometimes you do get caught. Not too often, though.
Let's get this show on the road.
So moving around fast and encircling people works great in a medium tank that has a decent engine, but in a heavier tank like this, you really don't have much of an option. You're going to rely on your big gun and hanging back a bit so that you do not get swarmed. Kind of the counter to being swarmed or encircled like I did in the previous game is the fact that you're going to hang back a bit so you can put more shots on them, hopefully tracking them, doing enough damage, or just being supported by your teammates. As I was saying though, part of the goal of what I was doing there is not only to cause damage and just generally encircle and kill a person, but also the simple fact that I'm going to distract him or the entire team to then focus on me solely, because they're more worried about me than the rest of the team that's coming up on them. So with any luck, they'll be too busy worrying about me to look and see that they're actually getting pushed upon by the whole team of much heavier, bigger stuff than just me and my little easy 8 there. So overall, it's a decent strategy I like to use in fast tanks that have decent rate of fire and decent aiming. But you definitely need 100% crew in order to get away with it. It just doesn't work too well if you're using low-end crew and a not too fast tank and a terrible gun. Things just have to work out all in a row. Little M6 just nailed me for no damage. So I'm using the big old 122 in this IS-3 here. Thing is massive. So
Looks like that one
you
went
do
right through.
tons of damage just like that. It is a little slow to reload though. Certainly wouldn't hurt to put the ammo rammer on there. Don't think that really needs the, what do you want to call it, the stabilizer, or not stabilizer, but whatever it is called, I don't remember now. Huh. The gun lane drive, the quicker aiming. Personally, I just prefer just a little bit faster firing rate would be nice. Other than that, it's pretty good on its own. Doesn't need much else. Come on, where is it? There we go.
Got him.
See, it's such a powerful gun at pretty much any range. This 1S. Uh-oh, looking at me. He was looking at me funny. What can I say? So I'm just gonna range in and
Critical hit.
take him down to a little bit of health left. Let the rest of the team worry about him. I'll focus on the next target. See, I kind of weigh out my options here. It's okay if I wanted to sit there and take that last shot at him, but it's more beneficial to
They're hit.
get the next target rather than waste a shell taking out a guy that has 30 hit points.
We
I'll
can
leave that to
barely
someone
see
else.
through the scope. The
Oh, my
drivers
driver
are
got
gone.
knocked out.
The controls aren't responding.
Lovely. I got hit for very little damage, but I still lost my guy. There. I'll teach you. There's the T-29. That's the thing I'm actually worried about,
We've
because
got
he
the
has a giant
rangefinder
gun.
working, but it's marginal.
Okay, so he's going to end up moving back that way. Not a lot I can do about him. So we shall go in advance on these two targets here, try and eliminate them. Was kind of contradictory to what I normally like to do. The whole take out the weakest target first, but I figured my team was going to be able to take care of it. So we're going to try and get behind these guys here. Taking them out will make us in a much better situation than we are now. Wait for me to get in the open. Missed. Darn. We still got him now. Now I gotta worry about that thing. I'm kinda sitting here exposed, but there's not a lot left on the board that I'm too worried about. So I'm just gonna range in slowly. He's much more focused on someone else. There we go, I just tracked him too. So that angle actually worked perfectly so long as the Jagdpanzer doesn't just sit in the area I was shooting. Okay. So he's actually gonna expose himself for a final shot. Missed. Well, I had the option there to shoot him. I tried to do it as quick as I could. So now all that's left is just an Easy 8 and a SU-100, I believe. I'm sitting here pretty fine, so I'm going to go ahead and push over. A lot of assisting of the teammates is what you need to do here. I see people in trouble, I go to assist them. I don't go for the quick, easy kill, because I'd rather have more guns on my side rather than go and try and hunt down a person and be a hero, which just isn't going to work most of the time. A lot of times you're just going to get killed trying to go off and be the hero. You're better off supporting your team, sticking with the larger groups, and generally just being a team player. This game is not meant to be the hero. It obviously got that T-29 killed when he just rolled up on his own. And so you're going to get picked apart that way. Whereas if you stick with your team, you're going to have more guns to bring on the enemy. They're going to have more targets to shoot at.
Let's get this show on the road.
So while not the best map for it, this certainly will allow me to show a little bit of wolf packing with my buddy Vaughn. We are going to attempt to see what we can do over here in the hills. Wolf packing pretty much is the strategy of where you are sending a group of 2 or 3 tanks at one target at a time, thus trying to confuse him into trying to switch targets back and forth while you continually circle around him, doing lots of damage.
I forgot to buy my track repair kit.
Bad job, man. Have that on auto resupply.
Yeah, I should have.
So, we're going to go here into this little valley.
No, you don't get gold for selling a gold tank.
Going to go into this valley here and see what kind of trouble we can cause. Gonna go up here.
Stay down low.
Nope, come up. We're actually with a bunch of other
Bad turning circle.
medium tanks, so we are pretty good for speed and targets.
Yeah, when you sell a premium tank, you get credits, silver credits. About the same as its tier, whatever it's a normal tank of that tier's worth.
T-44 dead ahead. You ready?
Yeah, I'm a bit behind you.
I'll wait up.
Okay, I'm moving speed.
Punched right through their armor.
Alright, you take point.
That one
So
didn't
here we
go
have
through.
it. We have a target here
Enemy armor is hit.
that we're going to attempt to
Ricochet.
not only encircle and damage, but generally we're just presenting as many targets as possible.
Even scratched them.
Of course, I'm not doing anything to him at the moment, so I'm going to have to switch round types. But what we're doing is...
Chase him down.
Yep, on it. I can't even get up to him. There we go. Turning back around. So, we, it's a little bit confusing there, as usually you send a lot of people against one target at a time. Presenting, like I said,
T-3485 up ahead.
moving on them. Presenting as many targets as you can to them while doing tons of damage because of all the shots going back at them. And thus you're trying to circle, box them in, stuff like that. Especially with SPGs or tank destroyers, you're going to box them in, preventing them from being able to move to shoot you. So up here, I'm going to have to wait for you. You ready?
I'm coming.
Enemy is hit. The track is damaged.
T-44 or T-34 is what I'm going after.
We've hit them hard.
Flank him.
Track hit. Critical hit.
T-20 now. It does require a lot of concentration and a lot of
Good
nice
work.
getting hit by some TD. Need to lose aggro. M6. Go for it. It requires a lot of concentration and a lot of teamwork and communication, especially
Circle the
communication.
8, circle the 6.
Because you have to work together to pick out your targets.
Bail out.
Down.
This vehicle has had it.
Work together to pick out your targets, and also so that they have multiple targets to worry about. You got a slugger up on top of the
Moving
hill.
on to the slugger.
I'm down, so I'm following you now. Oh no.
This is when I could have used a track repair kit.
It would have helped. That was a good attempt though, man. We did pretty well. We cleared the way.
We
So,
did.
that was
good work.
hopefully a successful attempt to show you guys wolf packing. Not exactly the
And
best,
help line
but
up the army.
certainly wasn't half bad.
Let's go.
A little T-3485 here with 100mm is quite underrated. I think it's actually a great tank. I don't want to be the only one going this way. Where is everyone going? Oh, don't all of you go that way. There we go. I guess the A-20 knows where to go. It's such a great support tank, in addition to the fact it can bounce a decent amount of shells off of it. Sorry, that was TeamSpeak. So it's not a bad tank at all. The 100mm can penetrate in most tanks, has some decent firepower to it. Overall, I certainly enjoy it, and it's great for wolf packing. I mean, I certainly don't have the group with me now. Believe me, it took me quite a few matches to actually get one to work. It's something that requires a lot of practice, unfortunately, and if you happen to wander into being able to do it solo like I'm doing now, then consider yourself lucky. It's a very good tactic I see a bunch of people using when they're in T-54s, and it's something I'd love to learn. I mean, it's very effective, and I hope to one day be able to do it. It just might take me quite a while to get up to that point. So I'm going to attempt to find these tanks. Wow! Way to go, our Jagdpanzer. Jagdpanzers are so dirty powerful. Oop, I got in his way. So I'm actually going to sit here as kind of a backup to this T-34. Because I really can't take on that IS-4, but that EZ-8's an easy target. So I'm just going to kind of help out where I can. T-95 over there on the ridge, probably going to consider him pretty much invulnerable. Except for artillery. They might help. That's about the only thing that'll be able to take care of him. We otherwise need to push pretty hard. The T-95 is one very powerful, very disgustingly dirty tank. I honestly have not found a way to take care of it yet with the tanks that I have, but that doesn't mean you can't. It's just the tanks that I have are not capable of doing it. Now I can't get him. That low is in a pretty good location. Am I gonna be able to hit him? Nope. Hopefully not. Ooh, someone just shot at me. IS-4 is gonna keep me at bay. It's a difficult decision of where to go when you know that you're not gonna be able to do too much. Might be tempting to try and head back and support with the T-95. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because otherwise, there's not a lot. If I can get behind him and help out the rest of the team, might stand a chance. But I need to see his location before I can move. Because if I do it alone, I'm just going to get gutted by that gigantic cannon of his. And I don't know his turn radius. I do know he's fairly slow. So I gotta try and wedge him, is what I gotta do, preventing him from moving. How to go about doing that? Going to have to wait it out. I think he is waiting as well. I think he knows that we saw him. We've lost a good chunk of our tanks already though, so this could be a problem. Might not fare so well. We have a lot of guys committed to that center part. Some stuff over here. There's that T-95. Gotta wait for him to become more in the open. Where he's at now would not be a good place to try and sandwich him. That IS-3 is going at it alone, so I gotta support him somehow. Why are we thinking that this T-95 is the biggest threat? Well, probably because he is. But still. Whew, I dodged that bullet. And that one. He wants me dead. So if I play this one carefully... hide behind this rock. Wait for the IS-3 to move and shoot him. So no, if he... There we go. So since he just shot, I can take this time and move. he's going to be busy tracking the IS-3.
Ricochet.
There we go. And I will just come right over here.
We've hit them hard.
No, 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 no. Not good.
Track hit.
Oh, not gonna end well.
Vehicle destroyed.
Darn. The theory worked. Oh well. So that's gonna do it for this game. I want to thank you guys for tuning in, and I will catch you guys in the next episode.